Hi everyone, today we'll perform experiment on control full wave rectifier on R load. This will be R load on R load. Next video will be on RL load. So we'll see what are the output, how we'll make the connection. And before proceeding, let's take a basic knowledge about the circuits and the waveform so that it will be very easier for you to understand. So let us take a quick look on the waveform and the circuit. So before starting this experiment on the real kit, before making the connection on the real kit, I think we should do that connection here, because that will be very easier for you to understand. At the same time, if you do any mistakes, if you do any mistakes here, it will not cause anything. But if we do mistake there anything and mistakenly we switched it on, that will damage something. Okay, right? At the same time, that kits look complicated, this simple circuit will look complicated there, but here it will be very clear and simple, right? It is simple but it's look complicated, so it will be very easier for you to understand here how to make the connections. And this is very simple, you will able to see, you will able to understand. And yeah, I have not marked any 1 2 3 SCR number 1 or 2 3. We have this SCR, we have this bulb that will be equivalent to the your register. You can put register here also, and this is a register, actually purely resistive almost. And this is a AC supply. We don't have any transformer because we don't want to lower down the our voltage magnitude. Okay, we are dealing with the power level. So what I will do is that I will take a phase wire from here and I can put at any of this SCR. Don't be confused that it should be put at the SCR number 1 or 2 or 3. It is not like that. You can put any you can initially you can connect this. If you are starting, you can put this wire at this SCR, also at this or this or this, at the anode or either at the cathode. Just you have to know the concept, you have to know the working principles, and you should know what is your goal, so you will be able to make the connection perfectly right. So I will take this phase, assuming that this phase have the positive cycle for a particular instant, and I will connect this to just resume this SCR. Okay, I've connected this. Now what will happen, since this SCR just take this, consider this now also, and then since this has positive cycle, this SCR will be forward bias, and if we give a gate supply, appropriate gate supply, it will pass the supply. The charge will from here to here, right? And this terminal will become positive supply terminal for the DC, and this is negative for the SCR, but you will get a positive supply here. But at the same time, what will happen if this cycle changes to negative? We have the negative half cycle, this ACR will become reverse biased, so this ACR will not conduct. But this, since this is a full wave rectifier, we want both the half cycle, positive and negative, in our output side at the positive portion. So what I will do, I need the negative cycle also. uh, so what I will do, I can use any of these three SCR, and I will connect this in a such a way that it makes forward bias. Since this I have assumed at this instant it is negative, it has a negative cycle. So what I will do, I will take this, and I will not connect here, right? Because it has negative cycle, it will make it reverse burst. But I want any of this SCR to be forward burst, so I will take this wire and connect to this portion, negative or cathode of this SCR, right? Now what will happen, when this wire will have positive cycle, this SCR will be forward base. When it will have negative cycle, this SCR will be forward base. Now you understand, we have filtered the positive and negative, right? This will be for positive and this will be for negative, right? And we have stabilized that this is will be the positive and this will be negative final output of DC. Now at the same time, just consider this wire also. This just take this as a phase and this as a neutral, and we'll take this wire, and again I will assume that this neutral wire has a positive cycle for this instant. Again I will have to make one of the SCR forward bias among these two. So let me make this SCR forward base. So this has a positive cycle, so I can connect it here, not here, because it will make it reverse bias. So I will connect this wire to anode, and this ACR will be forward bias because I have assumed this for this particular instant it has a positive cycle. Since this ACR is now forward biased, again forget about these connections. Assume that this wire, this negative wire, neutral wire has a negative cycle. Now after positive it has a negative cycle again for this instant. So if it has a negative cycle, this ACR will be reverse bias, right? Now what I will do, I have to make this ACR forward bias. So what I will do, I will take this wire and connect this ACR in such a way that it will be forward bias. Since I have assumed that for this particular instant this has a negative cycle, so I will connect this to the cathode of this ACR, right? And this ACR will be forward bias now, right? So again, when this will have positive cycle, this ACR will filter the positive charges, and when it will have negative cycle, it will filter the negative charges here, right? Now you know this is positive, this is positive, we can sort both this terminal, and this terminal is the final terminal and of DC positives output, and again this is the negative, this is the negative, we can sort this terminal, and this will be the final terminal, that is negative terminal of the DC output, right? This is very simple. This circuit might be, this circuit is new for you, but the circuit is same as it is shown in your book. If you analyze it, it will be same, right? You can check it if you have any doubt. Now since this is a positive, this is a negative, so this is completed, the circuit is completed. This we have made a full wave control SCR rectifier. This I will feed this positive connection to the bulb, and the bulb will start glowing if you provide the supply. I have connected to one terminal of the bulb, and again I will connect this wire negative of the another terminal of the bulb, and this bulb will start glowing if you provide a supply here, 220-volt supply, and this is the power ACR, right? And if you provide a appropriate firing angle or pulse to this gate according to the in respect to the this cathode terminal, so the bulb will start glowing. Now since we have made the connection, the bulb will start glowing, the circuit is completed, and you can see this is very simple one, right? I don't know, but for me this is very simple one, and I made the connection in this way only. There is nothing to be memorized. You don't need to remember everything, the T1, T2, 3 thing. Just you have to understand the concept, and you will be able to make the connection anywhere, how complicated it might may be. So now yeah, I want to see the output at the DSO side. In the DSO, so I definitely will connect one terminal of the DSO to here and another terminal here, and you will get the output, right? Again, if you want to measure the voltage, output voltage, you will connect the voltmeter one terminal here and another terminal here, right? Again, if you want to see the sinusoidal input waveform in the DSO, you will connect it here and another terminal here. If you want to see the waveform across the ACR, you can connect here and again here. If you want to see the pulse, you have to connect here and here, right? That's simple. So before proceeding further for the experiment to performing the kit, let's see what waveform we will get on the DSO or CR, whatever you are using. You know, the sinusoidal wave will be like this. This is the waveform of input AC supply, and the output waveform will be like this, right? You will get the, since this is a full wave, that's why we call full wave, because we are getting the output and for the both this positive cycle and for this negative cycle. So you can see we have got output here, also we have got output here, and this portion is missing because this is a control. We can control when we want the SR to be on, that is firing angle. We can control the firing angle when we on the SCR should be on. So we have made this SCR on here, and this is called firing angle. When you will make the SCR on, this is the firing angle. So, and that's why this portion is missing, and the SCR is on from this to this period, right? And you can see this is the IO, that is output current, and since we are using the R, load is R, purely R, we don't have any L. So and then the voltage and current will flow each other, means the I will be in phase with the V, right? And so you can see for the same time duration, current is also flowing for the same period, for the same angle, in phase with this V. Yes, the magnitude of I is lower than V, and it can be, it depends on the R. At the same time, yeah, as we have talked before, for this is for one particular positive cycle, one ACR was on, and we have got this output, and for the that's why we have used another ACR and connected in the dead cathode side of that ACR, and we have got this because this ACR will be off at this time, right? And so we have got this this ACR is forward bias, and we have got this output. So let's start the experiment. Today we will perform full wave fully controlled ACR rectifier. So this will be final output, and so let's start the connection. So now we will build the circuit of full wave fully controlled ACR rectifier. So this is the power supply, you can see here. This is the live and this is the neutral, and we need 4 ACR. So these are the 4 ACR, 1, 2 and 3, 4, right? So just you don't need to worry about this TH1, TH2. Just forget about this. Just what you have to do is that I will take a live connection from here and connect this to the any of the ACR, either to the anode or cathode. So let me consider it here, like I will put it to the anode. Okay, I put this AC supply live terminal to the anode, and at the same time just assume that at the particular instant this is positive, and when it will become negative I have to connect this to the negative terminal of the another ACR. So I can take any of this ACR and I will connect this to the negative terminal. So I will take one wire, just assume that now the supply is negative, the alternating cycle of the negative portion have came, and I will put this to the negative of that is cathode of this any ACR. Let me put it here. So when the supply will be negative, this ACR will be forward bias. When it will be positive, this ACR will be forward bias, right? Again I will take this neutral terminal of the AC supply, and I will connect this to the any of the ACR2 of the among these two. Okay, again I will put this to the this here anode side. Again let me assume this at this position it is on positive cycle. When it will be negative, again I have to put this to the another ACR. I will connect to the another ACR so that another ACR can be forward based when this ACR is off, so that I can get all both the cycle negative and positive output in the output. So I will connect this same terminal to the negative of this ACR. Okay, this ACR is left, I can't use any of these three, I will use this, and I have connected this to the negative terminal that is cathode of this ACR. Okay, now we have taken this AC supply and connected to the 4 ACR. Okay, and now I will take the output. I have to find which will be positive, which will be negative, right? So again I will take one wire. Just assume that this ACR will be forward bias when the positive, here it will be positive cycle, right? So I will get positive supply here, and again at the same time at the next cycle where I will get positive cycle, I can't get here. Okay, when it in here it will be negative, that it will be forward bias. So I will get next positive cycle in this ACR, right? We can't get in this because it is connected in the cathode side. I will get here. So again because when it will be positive, this ACR will be forward bias and positive supply will come here, that is positive charge or anything you can consider. So this terminal have become positive. Again in similar way I will make these two terminal negative, this and this, because when this will be this one will be forward bias when this supply will be negative, and if this is forward bias, negative supply will come here. Again this when the supply will negative, this will be forward bias and negative supply will come here, then these two will become negative terminal. So so if these two are negative, I can sort this and this. So this will be negative terminal and this will be the positive terminal, and this negative and positive I will connect to the load. That's simple, right?
this positive terminal I have taken to the load. Again this negative terminal I have connected to the load, another that is neutral or live, whatever you can consider as a positive or negative. Okay. So if my connection will be right, correct, and this might vary with your diagram, but the final circuit, the concept is same. So if the connection will be right, the bulb will glow, right, and I will get some output, the full wave rectified output. So let me check it, and I hope that the connection is right. I can make it on, and first what I will do before making it on, I will make this firing angle to the maximum, or you can say the conduction angle. This here it have mentioned conduction angle. I will make the conduction angle almost to 30 degree. Minimum you can take it to the 30 degree for this circuit. You can take some, in some places you can zero, but this circuit is designed to take only to the 30 degree. So now I will make it on. You can see the circuit is on and the bulb is yet not glowed. So I will increase this conduction angle, and when it will increase, the voltage output will increase, and when it will get enough output, the bulb will glow. And you can see bulb is glowing, right? So the circuit is connection is all correct, and you are getting the output, and I will verify this output, the have full wave rectified output in this DSO. Okay. So what I will do that I will connect the output of this output that is connected to the bulb, to the that DSO. And this DSO I will not connect directly, I have interface with that power scope, differential power scope. This will attenuate the magnitude, but it will keep the pattern same. So I will connect this one of the channel of this DSO to this output. You can see here, and you can see on this DSO we have got the output, and this also verified that the connection is correct, right? You are getting both for both the positive and negative cycle. And if you want to check, you can check the input AC supply in this DSO also. So I will connect another channel. Let me take it this, and I will connect this to the input AC supply, right? So this is the AC supply, input AC supply, and I will connect one of the channel to here. And now I should get the sinusoidal input AC supply, and you can see I'm getting the input supply AC sinusoidal input supply, right? So this is the input and this is the output, and for the both cycle we are getting the output here, right, in the positive direction. So this is the fully controlled rectifier, and you can check the output voltage in this analog voltmeter also, what is the maximum output we are getting. So the maximum range of this voltmeter is 150, and this is 3 in 1 voltmeter, so I will choose 150 volt range, and output might be more than the 150, then this voltmeter might burn. So I will reduce the this conduction angle to reduce the output. After reducing, now I will connect this voltmeter. This is the positive of voltmeter, this is the negative, and you know which one is here positive. So positive was this, and this was positive. This terminal is positive, right, and this is the negative. So positive of this voltmeter will be connected to positive, because this is a DC voltmeter, only DC voltmeter. So and this will be connected to negative. Now the output is DC, since you have to keep in mind which one is positive and which one is negative. So you can see here we are getting some output in this voltmeter. The needle is almost showing that is 20 volt, approx 20.5 volt, right? So this voltage will be multiplied by 5, because we have chosen the scale of 150, right, and this has been marked on 30. So this will be multiplied by 5, so 20 into 5, almost you can say 100 volt, and you should get 100 volt, right? And this waveform, after calculation you can verify that output by this calculation. So you can see here uh,
So thank you everyone. In this way you can perform this experiment, and hope this video was useful, and if it was useful please like it, and so that we can know that this was useful to you. And if you want the calculation part of this video or this experiment, how what reading you will take, how you will do the calculations, and how you will verify the theoretical calculation with the practical, so that you will be satisfied that this is the principle, in this way it's work, please do comment. And if you have any suggestion you can suggest us, we will be happy to read it. Thank you.